All right, y'all. It is Thursday, March the 13th. I'm feeling a little bit better. So let me just, squeeze one of these off right quick. All right, my friends, I'm feeling a teensy bit better. Throat's a little less froggy. Head is slightly less foggy. I am overdue and just like... We'll get some of the unpleasantries out of the way because there's a lot of good stuff going on in terms of the vibe and the us and the people. We've got the Veterans March tomorrow. We've got the folks that sat in at Dumpty Tower, and I know they were arrested, but it grew quickly. They had to take several buses full of people away. It was a moment. It was a vibe. It was energy, and that's what we want to continue to see, especially since they're trying to piss people off in the other way, by ripping up streets that could have just been painted over. And I don't see people marching over there, which is what they wanted. The folks are marching where they need to be, and that's not what they want. But we'll start with the unpleasantness of what looks like Team Blue probably doing the thing that they always do, which is putting up a big show in a front about how they're not going to support this thing. They're going to stand with the people, yada, yada, yada. And then 24 to 48 hours later, it goes from we're never going to stand for this to, well, we can't let the government shut down, and here we go. So... if any of us had any lingering hope that these people at any point are going to do what we tell them to do, I mean, we should have, look, I had my jump off point, right? I said, if it makes it to the 20th, that is when I will flip. And it made it to the 20th. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll give them a little more time. I think I said I'll give them till the end of January just in case. But y'all, I was heated. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They all saw that coming and yes, I'm happy that it's being spoken about again and stuff that we were talking about months ago is coming back up again. And I hope it continues to snowball into other things. Do I think before you come into the comments, go, enough is going to happen? That's not the point. When we say these things, we're not and something's going to happen. So you're talking to yourself, just skedaddle. We're saying it because at least other people are talking about it. We already know that Ruski has bought every pocket in there, including on Team Blue, outside of the folks that are loudly trying to speak up for us, the handful that's there. The rest of them are not doing it. They're not even interested in thinking about anything that we're trying to do or say or tell them. Like I said, they're trying to parent us when they're taking our money. They're taking our money and then telling us they can't do what we're telling them to do. Sorry, we just got to keep paying them to fail us. So yes, they all have to go. They all have to go. We already knew this, but this is just a reminder. It's funny. This guy is losing money talking about Kodaddy Doodoo over there, who's getting such a failure. Did you hear that tele-town hall call? I forgot which state, where they cherry picked who was going to be on it. It was only supporters. And they asked them about Doodoo Department and if they approved what they're doing. It was 70% disapproval. And that was from their own supporters. So, I mean, this is failing and falling apart across the board. You are seeing the girlies, the elderly folks, all of the key demographic out there up front going, these people are the problem. This is the waste. This is the overspend. This is the everything. And I mean, they are not wrong. That on top of paying for golfing and ski trips and NASCAR and Tesla commercials for someone who can't even drive and didn't actually buy it. I heard allegedly there's no proof of sale. Any price, right? Any price. Speaking of price, did y'all hear about the Canadian Tesla scam, this whole credits? And my Canadian friends, if they're on here, y'all can correct me. I haven't spoke about it on the talk yet, but every time I mention Canada, a bunch of my Canadian followers come in and say, and he tried to defraud the government. So, fuzzy on the details, don't quote me on all of it, but apparently there was a government-sponsored incentive program for electric vehicles, or I don't know if it was Tesla specifically. And on the last day of this incentive program, magically, a bunch of Tesla dealerships in Canada sold astronomical, completely fake numbers. No way. There's no effing way. A good day would have been, I don't know, maybe I don't even want to say a couple hundred. I feel like that's even high for a dealership. But let's just say if it was a bang up, bust in sale of a weekend or whatever, maybe a couple hundred. One dealership alone was marked for 1,200 sales. If you have ever worked in car sales, new or used, 1,200 sales, one dealership, one day. Fucking impossible. Doesn't matter what the car is. Impossible. So, and that was just one. So this is a scam that defrauded the Canadian government, and there's an investigation. So I don't have further details. I don't know if further details are really out, but it's definitely suspicious. It's fishy. And, who's behind it? Were things actually purchased, or was it just, numbers that occurred in astronomical sense? I don't know, but might it tie back into what this dude is doing across the board? Also, I don't know. Definitely possible. Definitely possible. Any price, right? Any price, like these deportation fail. And no, they don't remember that a week, 2 weeks ago, they said the politics aside, children with brain cancer are the most important thing on the planet. Today, it's not the most important thing on the planet. It's perfectly fine to take a child that's on her way to the hospital and send her to a country she's never been to because her parents are undocumented. And therefore, they all need to go. The same people are in full support of that. So yes, we know they're full of shit and they're terrible people and cruelty is the point. And them holding up a little brown boy and going, "We care," was just them grandstanding again, just like we knew, but no, they won't remember. Goldfish memory. They never said that. They never said that. Prove it. Prove it. You can show them the video of them doing it from 3 days ago. They'd be like, "That's just AI, deepfake. I never did that. Where'd you get that? Some liberal app?" Like, it's gone. Okay? But it's failing so miserably. Like, they had to pull people out of Bye Bye Island again because the conditions are so bad. Courts keep saying, no, people can't stay there. They're kidnapping protesters. They're threatening Tesla dealerships. Do you know in states around the country, I don't know if it's all 50, but the dealerships have paid police, not private security, taxpayer funded police guarding dealerships right now. I'm talking 10, 50 plus officers at a time at these dealerships, just standing there. Okay, not protecting people, not doing work. Welfare babies. How many times have I said blue bacon are welfare babies? And people get mad when I say it, but I don't. They're welfare babies. That's what they're getting paid to do. Guard cars. Okay, drive around and pull people over. How often are they doing their actual job? And when they do try to do their actual job, they get scared really. "Oh no, I was afraid I was going to get hurt, so I had to hurt people first." Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, they're spending a whole lot of money. It's failing miserably. They've been polygraph testing each other, looking for leaks instead of understanding that the people aren't for this and the people are warning each other and helping people. And we're fighting back and they're over here wasting more time and money going, "Is it you? Is it you?" Like, what a shit show. We're paying for all of it. We're also paying for the department that is growing by the day, really inefficient. It's not saving us anything. These people are camping out in DC in this weird little compound dorm that they're making where they're all living and working together and trying to start social media careers from the offices they're living in, dressing like these weird culty, they're doing too much all at once. And then you've got, the super masculine, manly alphas crying. The emotional man is throwing hysterical fits to the point where people can audibly hear it, to the point where Stenchy himself said, "I will throw a commercial for your company if it gets you to shut up for a few minutes." And we were the ones, but we can't have a woman. Women are... We've got dudes in there wearing lifts, eyeliner, girdles, crying, throwing hissy fits, picking tantrums, making fun of people's clothes. This is the most high school mean girl bunch of dudes I've ever seen in my life. And half of America is still like, "That's a man. Alphas. The world's afraid of us." Like, oh my gosh, y'all are such princesses. Like, okay, look, maybe we can all just leave for a little bit and let them Lords of the Flies it. Like I said, it's not going to take long. It's not going to take long for them to just obliterate each other and we can just come back in and sweep out those ones. And the ones that appreciate women will have stayed. We'll have taken them with us. The other ones could just stay. Like, these folks, they're... So it's failing so bad that he's even trying to run to SCOTUS to try to do his unconstitutional ending of birthright citizenship. And that's another interesting one, because if they do that, that's a biggie. That's constitutional. That could cause some problems. So it's interesting to see which way they might go on that. Anyway, people are feeling froggy. People are feeling froggy and they're outnumbering the any price people. That's all I'm going to say. So, keep up the good work, keep up the hope, and keep up with the assignment.